Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. It is the midnight hour, but we're still out here cooking up some parlays. Yesterday, we were a Jaren Jackson Jr. 3 away from going 5 for 5, sweeping the day because Michael Porter Jr. didn't play, and JB went even, so his reverted would have been 5 for 5. If Jaren Jackson Jr. could have hit one of the 8 threes that he missed en route to being 2 for 10. But today we are back. We've got 8 bets for you today instead of 7. So a little treat here on the last day of January. And the first bet we're going to is down here in this Pacers game. And we've been going after Pascal Siakam a lot, but he's been hitting for us. Now, he didn't hit against Chicago, which was unfortunate, but against Boston, and against Atlanta, he hit on both of those bets. And today we're going right back to the well. We're not going to go for quite at 24.5. I think we'll go at about 19.5, right? So not the most money in the world, but when you pair it up with the rest of these bets, should be looking good. So we're going Pascal for 19.5 against this Atlanta Hawks team. And the reason for that is the Hawks play at the 3rd fastest pace in the league, give up the 6th most points per game, and defensive rating wise, they are about 17th in the NBA. So middle of the pack D rating, and everything else looks great. He's going to be matched up against Jalen Johnson. Should be a fun matchup there, going at each other. But give me Pascal Siakam at the over 19.5 points, and then we're going to get our odds up here now with the Joel Embiid line, because we're going back to the well with Joel Embiid. We battled him the other night, and he dropped a 38 ball. Now, what does worry me is that everybody is on this. All right, 2K already, but hey, Embiid has been hooping. We're going to lower it down 1 to get to 26.5. A little bit of value here. 20 will win you 36. That's all right. I'm fine with that. But Embiid here at 26.5. I like this line for a few reasons. First off, it's because New Orleans defense is terrible. They play at the 10th fastest pace in the league, give up the 3rd most points per game, despite barely being top 10 in pace of play, and their defensive rating is also 3rd worst in the league. They're not good defensively. So give me Joel Embiid, who's been cooking. He's going to be going at, who is it? Vizmisi and Derek Queen, the prized rookie. You could also go Tyrese Maxey if you want. And then the second bet we're going to go with here is old Jared. Jared's been hooping a little bit as of late, and it's only going to give us the 4.5. But coming off the bench, it looks like he's gotten back to the Jared of old from last year, where he was almost the rookie of the year. So go ahead and give me 5 points for Jared McCain. That should be easy money. Then we're going to move on to the play of the day, which is Bam Adebayo at points with 22.5 against the Chicago Bulls. He hit this line the last time we played, or almost hit this line the last time we played the Bulls, and he hasn't hit it in 3 straight games. That's why we're looking at 1, he's due. 2, he plays the Bulls. We bet on him against Utah and Portland, and he was cooking. We took the points rebounds against Chicago last time, and he hit with ease. So give me the points this time for Bam Adebayo, and then we're going to come back later and hit it again with the rebounds. But for now, we're going to go over 22.5 points for Bam Adebayo. $20 will win you 95. That is the first few legs of this parlay. This is the first 4 we're going with here. Yes, 3 goblins, I know, and then we're going with Bam. And let me give you the reasoning here. Playing the Chicago Bulls, who play at the 8th fastest pace in the league, give up the 5th most points per game, and their defensive rating is 8th worst in the league. Not a good team, especially defensively, and if you want to play at that fast of a pace, a lot of points are going up against you. They also give up, well, we won't get to that yet, but that is the first parlay here, these 4. Again, you can do this in any order. I'm not exactly saying here copy and paste this, right? I'd go with the 2-man parlays, but if you want to get up to the 4-leg, 20 will win you 95 there. And then the next one we're staying with this Bulls game, as a matter of fact, and we're going down to find Kobe White. As an NC State fan, it's tough to bet on these Carolina players, but Kobe White at 21.5 feels like a good bet tomorrow. Yes, he only hit 14 against the Miami Heat. We have a 3-game mini-series, or 4-game mini-series in the middle of the season between these guys, but I'm liking this bet. Again, this is going to be a fast-paced game, back and forth against Miami, for the Chicago Bulls. Miami plays at the fastest pace in the league. They also give up the 8th most points per game. Now, Davion Mitchell could be a factor, but I think he's going to be guarding Josh Giddey. Potentially, if he's on Kobe White, then go to Josh Giddey. Whichever one it comes out with the matchup data, I'd go with the other. Of course, this game doesn't start till 8:10, and it's currently 2 a.m. in the morning. So once the matchup data comes out, go with that. But for now, we're going to say Kobe White. Again, it could be Josh Giddey, depending on who Davion Mitchell ends up guarding. But for now, we're going to say Kobe White as the placeholder. And let me give you the stats here. Same thing goes for Josh Giddey. Miami plays at the fastest pace in the league. They give the 8th most points per game. And defensive rating-wise, they are kind of middle of the pack. It is a better defense than you may seem. And again, they play at the fastest pace, only give the 8th most points. So it is a good defense. But still, this is going to be a very fast-paced game. The number 1 pace and the number 8 pace. High-scoring affair. Give me the Kobe White on the over 21. Actually, I'm going to drop it down one. We're going to go 19.5 for Kobe White. So still getting a good amount of points there, but going a little bit low. Then we're going over to the rebounds category, and we're hitting up the boy Alperen Sengun. Of course, Steven Adams is now out for the season. All these Goblins, man, great matchups. So give me Alperen Sengun. And this one is where we're going to make a little bit of our money back, going with the Goblin at 10.5. The last game, he cleared this pretty easy in 13 against Atlanta. Atlanta plays at a very fast pace. They play at the 3rd fastest pace. Dallas plays at the 4th fastest pace. So that is a team you want to target because they also give up the 3rd most rebounds per game. So I'll take that all day long. Give me Alperen Sengun at 10.5, and then we're going right back to Mr. Bam Adebayo. We've been going to Bam Adebayo a ton here lately, and the trend continues. And we're going to go on the demon here. Give me 11.5 for Bam Adebayo. We're going to get the money up here. 20 will win you 135 here between Kobe White, Alperen Sengun, and Bam Adebayo. 11.5. He hit this last time against Chicago by 1. Hit it against Utah, who's a very fast-paced team. Orlando. Portland is a kind of fast-paced team, sitting down there at number 5. But he just didn't get the rebound opportunities. He was going up against Donovan Clingan. This time, he's playing the Chicago Bulls, going up against Vucevic, and the Bulls actually do give up a decent amount of rebounds per game. They're 13th in terms of opponents' rebounds per game, or 17th, 13th best. So give me Bam Adebayo on the over at 11.5, and then we're staying here. We're staying right here with this game, staying with the game that's going to give us a ton of possessions. Actually, I lied. We were going to go with Nikola Vucevic, but he's doubtful. So that's our 7 plays, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button. It'll really help. Hit that subscribe button. It'll really help. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subs. Obviously, we're sitting at like 80 right now. So if you could help us out with that, it'd be greatly appreciated. And then, yeah, with that being said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know your play of the day. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.